bad movie where there's no crying, handing the keys to me in this red lion, where the lock that you locked in the suite says there's no prying, when the breath that you breathe in the street screams there's no science. When you look how you look then to me, then I feel lying and fall into silence. Story, so there's no climax, no more new territory, so pull away your max. In the slot that you sliced through the seam, there was no shyness. In the slot that you passed through your teeth, there was no pity, no.
Welcome to The Planet, the podcast for L-Word fans. I'm Elka.
And I'm Casey.
This week we'll be discussing Episode 6 of Season 5, Lights, Camera, Action. We begin the show... Wait, did you even say anything yet?
I said my name.
Okay.
Bitch.
We begin the show with Bev and Nina not knowing how to fuck each other up against the sink.
I don't know.
Did they just find these people on the street? Are they not professional actresses? She's like, okay, so I sit on the toilet and pretend to pee, right? Are you going to film this? And then the other one's like, where do I stand? Where do I walk? She's like, stand on your mark?
Come on. You're shooting a lesbian movie and you're not prepared to kiss and fuck?
I've seen people in community theater that are more enthusiastic about their work than these fools. So Jenny has the wonderful idea to hire a lesbian sex coach, which I have heard that Eileen Chaikin and the producers of L-Word...
Chicken?
Eileen Chaikin. Which I've... Which I've heard that the creators of the L-Word had to do IRL.
IRL?
Oh, yeah.
You're a
I'm
fucking
12.
nerd. Did your BFF Jill teach you that?
IDK. Okay, I'm just going to go off on a tangent right away because at work...
You don't announce
a
tangent.
Sign-off sheet. One day I wrote BRB because I went to get some coffee and I was going to be right back, which everybody knows.
If they
And I came back
nerds.
and, like, the old ladies were crowded around it, like, she wrote down that she was taking a bathroom break? And I was like, you know, like, don't you use this when you text with your friends? So, like, text?
Cellular telephone device? What is this that you speak of?
And we're back to the L-Word. So I don't know who the lesbian sex coach that they hired was. But that made me think about...
Wait, is this a Hollywood position, or is this like there's an actual person who coaches lesbians on sex?
How do you get this job?
It's a movie thing, right?
What must her resume look like? My work has been featured in Boner Jams 4, 5, and 6.
You are obsessed with Boner Jams. The movie and the actual act.
What if it was like jams?
JMZ?
Like no, what if it What if it was like jams, like when you jam your finger and it hurts really bad, and it was just like a bunch of angry lesbians hurting them?
Ew, what is Boner Jams?
I don't know. It's from that movie.
Let's change the name of the podcast.
Nipple Jams, Season 5. The point is, the lesbian sex coach, tell me the address to send my resume.
I don't think you're qualified for coaching. You've always just been a stand-in. Let's face it.
What does that even mean? I don't know what it means, but I find it offensive.
Well, you should.
Don't make fun of me. That made me think that on the L-Word, so far, a lot of the different girls on the show kind of fuck the same way.
No, they don't.
And in real life, every girl fucks like a different planet. Girls are really different.
A different planet?
They're very, very different.
Wait, I don't understand.
All boys fuck the same.
Not true.
But girls, every one of them is completely different.
Oh, both are different. They're both very different, I think.
Huh?
You can't tell the difference between one fuck and the next when it comes to men?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
But they pretty much have the same 5 things they do.
5? What's the 5th one?
You know, with the toothbrush.
No. I can only...
You disagree?
I disagree that all men have sex the same. Yeah, I do disagree.
No, but about the actresses on the L Word.
I do disagree.
I think Shane does it different because she knows how to do it in real life.
You don't
With
know
Paris
that.
Hilton, in my imagination, every time I take a bath.
Well, which ones are really gay?
Who knows?
Tina.
She claims to be bisexual. She's clearly a het.
No, I think she's bisexual.
Oh, whatever.
And,
we don't want her.
Well, who do you think okay, obviously, Tina, Alice, and Shane have sex with girls in real life.
Even though Catherine Menig
What the
completely
fuck ever,
denies
Game-o.
it.
Get out.
Obvious.
Who would date her? What man would date her?
Seriously.
That's just so... Oh, I don't even want to think
Can
about
you
that.
even imagine
No.
it? You can't picture it.
Gross.
That's like the test when there's a girl at work or at school or something and you're like, is she gay? I don't know. I wonder if she might be. That's the test. Is like, can you imagine her making out with a guy?
I can't imagine you making out with a guy.
Because I don't.
But you did. That
Lewis
one
tries
time.
to French me sometimes, but I say, no, no, no.
We don't know about the other people. Those are the ones
Well,
we know.
Daniela.
Okay.
Call me.
Okay. So what's that, 4 people?
And Daniela
I
never
forget
gets
what my
laid.
point is.
Ever.
How do you
When she
know?
does this with her Frankenwiener.
Oh, you mean the... Don't say Daniela, that's the real life person.
Well, I'm saying like...
Frankenwiener.
She's a homo or a queer or post-gender or whatever the fuck she is in real life. She's a big hippie. But on the show, she never...
Don't equate homosexuality with hippiness. That's disgusting.
No,
Hippies are gross. Homos are awesome.
I'm equating post-gender, like, label-free
Okay.
vegans with hippies.
Fake people. Gotcha.
Alienate the listeners. That's a great idea.
That's what we do here.
I'm beyond
What were the-
labels.
what
I
was
can't
the point?
identify my orientation.
What was the point?
Of what?
This conversation... Oh, I know. The point was...
Here we go.
Out of all of the... No, it started out, do they fuck differently on the show?
Uh-huh.
Yes! There's a big difference between the way Alice has sex and the way that Rachel Shelley has sex.
Well, Alice knows how to do it, and Rachel Shelley doesn't. I think Rachel Shelley, Jennifer Beals, and Poppy all fucked exactly the same because they just did what the sex coach told them.
They've never shown Jennifer Beals go down on anyone, have they?
For like a second with Tina, or she never really stays down there very long.
I think they had definitely seemed very different. Jenny definitely has her own style.
Just slap him. Just slap him, Mia. She's like, really? You want me to slap it? I don't like that. Obviously, next week the sex coach is going to be on the show because that is too funny not to show.
Right.
I have
Who's
a
it going
theory.
to be?
I have a theory.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's not her.
Who do you
She's too
think?
fucking sexy.
No, we're not thinking the same thing, obviously.
What do you mean? We think different things are sexy. How do you know? What do you think? Oprah?
I think it's going to be Amy Ziff. Or Easy Girl.
No.
I think it's going to be Betty. Betty's going to be the
No.
sex coach. Because how fucking gross would that be?
No, please don't do it.
It's going to be Betty. They're going to be the sex coach, and they're going to try and make it seem like they're all sexy, and it's going to be like, my eyes, they're bleeding. It should be Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Because she's been involved in more lesbian sexual fantasies than any woman alive in the history of women.
Who do you think is the number one fantasized?
Angelina! By straight
I've
people,
never
anyway.
thought about her. I don't think about famous people. That's weird. Except for you, Elka. Maybe it'll be a guy. That'd be super weird.
That'd be hilarious.
Right. Maybe it'll be someone who likes to dress like a girl and fuck like a man.
I think it might be.
That'd be sweet if
I
it
can't
was
be the
Paris.
only one.
Are we going to talk
Oh my
about
god.
that?
What if Paris Hilton were the sex coach?
I'd
That would
sign
be
up.
Hot.
I'd be the bad student just so she could constantly correct me.
Oh my God! Your mind is so twisted. It's gonna be Dr. Ruth.
Ew! I think she may be deceased.
She's not.
She's like 105 years old. What's her last name? Wienerschnitzel?
Yes.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Then we see Shane groveling at She-Bar to Dawn Denbo.
She wasn't groveling.
At first she was like, I really want to make peace because I'm a fucking hippie. She ends up pissing her off because she's like, it's my friend. I'm not going to do that to her. And then Dawn Denbo walks away and says, it's on!
It's still on. See? It's hard to tell when it's off.
Actually, she said, it's so on. You're fucked, Shane.
Dawn
Stay
Denbo.
with my girlfriend.
That's just a funny sentence.
I know. If you ever find yourself saying that, except for sarcastically, you've got some issues. And Cindy's still trying to pick up Shane. She's like, call me.
Call me.
Her girlfriend's in the background. It's on! You're fucked! Call me. What a whore.
This Dawn person, she is true to life. Because some women, not just lesbians, but everybody, some women just fucking love to fight. And it doesn't make any sense. And they'll just pick someone at random. You know what I mean?
Women?
Well, more maybe in high school.
Okay.
But
this woman's like 40.
Some people never grow out of it.
Then we move on to Alice's hallway, where she hands Tasha a suitcase filled with her dildos.
No, not this time.
What do you mean?
It wasn't full of dildos.
What
That
do you
was
mean this time?
Dana.
I
Remember
was
the box
joking.
of talks that she threw on the table at the Planet when Dana...
Are they broken up then? Are we ever going
I
to
guess.
Obviously, we're seeing Tasha again. Scenes from next week. Tasha's there.
I think maybe Alice gets subpoenaed anyway, even though they're not together anymore.
We're looking at my mic weird.
There's like a piece of glitter on it. It's pretty. Don't...
It's a decoration. I want to feel special and sparkly. God.
You're the disco podcaster.
We find out that Alice is offered a position on a television, I'm assuming, talk show called The Look, which is obviously The View.
Because Alice is so much like Rosie O'Donnell in no way.
No, Rosie O'Donnell's not on there anymore. Now
Right,
the gay person,
they were
even though
implying-
she's not gay, is Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, she's gay.
But she's not, like, gay.
She's bi.
She doesn't come out and say, hi, I'm gay. Like we do. Yeah, she's totally gay.
Like we do. Hi, I'm gay. Nice
Hi,
to meet
my
you.
name's Casey and I'm gay.
They're like, no, we need a lesbian with eyebrows. Let's call Alice Piasecki the blogger.
A lesbian with eyebrows. Yes, we've had a lot of complaints about Whoopi's eyebrowless state.
She should wear a headband.
What is up with that? Does she shave them off or does she not have any eyebrows? Has she plucked too much and now they won't grow back? What the fuck?
Someone needs to write a letter.
I'm sure it's been done.
It offends me
Why does it offend you?
that I have too much eyebrow and she has not enough. I wish I could share the wealth. I have a wealth of eyebrow.
I believe she must shave or wax them entirely off.
Who the hell would do that? They just, obviously she just can't grow them.
What? That's weird. And Alice is clearly still bitter. I don't quite understand what's going on here. She seems a little angry and she's holding back her emotions somewhat. She seems bitter because she's like, you don't know what I dream of. That's just like a weird thing to say.
It is.
What's her point? And then she goes into her hallway apartment and cries in bed with the phone, which means she's been crying there for all day.
Oh, poor Alice. Hasn't she been through enough? She deserves love. And plus, that argument wasn't even breakup worthy.
It was weird. Their post-argument conversation was weird. She's like, it's not about that. We just aren't good for each other. Why aren't they good for each other?
Tasha, it's too late. You're getting booted out anyway. Don't lose your job and your girl. You've got Alice Piasecki. I don't understand this.
I don't quite get it either. And then they keep ragging her all day. They keep asking her about it. She's like, I don't want to talk about it. Can't you say I don't want to talk about it? And Shane just rolls her eyes at her. I don't understand.
Maybe they think Alice needs to just call her and they'll work it out because it wasn't that big of a fight.
Remember what it was like to break up with people or have a relationship end?
Oh, it was the suckiest.
I forget how it feels. Like you're just crushed. And then we see Bette stir-frying. As soon as I saw Bette with kitchen utensils in her hand, what the fuck's going on? Is this a dream sequence? Bette doesn't cook.
Is there anything that Bette Porter cannot do?
Yeah.
She
can't remain faithful to a person, apparently.
That's it. Because she can learn sign language in a week. She can learn how to cook instantaneously.
Well, stir-fry. Okay, it's not that hard. Tina's like, ooh, fancy. I'm like, what's not fancy? Toast? A peanut butter and jelly sandwich? It's stir-fry. You heat up a pan and throw the shit in it for 2 minutes. Voila! But Tina was not there for the stir-fry dinner.
What's up with this? I feel like Tina was just sitting at home like, I cannot go one more day without sex, and there's no one online right now, so I'm going to have to go to Bette's house.
It was kind of weird how she just showed up.
She shows up in a tank top 3 hours early, and it's like, oh, gee, I wonder what's going to happen now.
A tank top? Why is that the signal?
It's a Bette thing. When there's tank tops or wife beaters involved, Bette usually gets laid at the end of the scene, I swear.
Oh my god. I think you're right. Well, Tina clearly knew what she was going over there for. As soon as she took her clothes off, I was like, those are, I'm going to fuck somebody, bra and panties.
Yeah, those panties, clearly. Yeah. Those are the special occasion panties.
Yeah, she wasn't going to the supermarket in those. I hate those kind of panties. Well, I like the way they look, but those are exactly for that occasion because I don't know if I should talk about it. They feel like they're on backwards or something. I think you either have to be 16.
16-year-olds should not wear those panties.
Okay,
18.
Okay, you have to either be 18, teach an aerobics class, or like you just wear those when you're going to have sex.
They give you a letter in the mailbox?
No, they're just a little ill-fitting. They don't look ill-fitting, but they feel ill-fitting.
It's not like you can get them a size too big and have baggy lace sex panties.
No. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't wear them every day, but...
Okay, apparently I am
But
deformed.
maybe I do.
You don't. I know you wear those bloomers every day.
Bloomers? That would be awesome. I don't even know what bloomers are, but it sounds very floral.
That's like what Nellie Olson wears under her skirt. Nellie Olson's gay, by the way.
No, she's not. That's a rumor.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She was on OutQ Radio talking about her lesbian lover. So, tweak, tweak.
She was really dykey.
Yeah. There seems to be an ongoing underlying theme of our show, like Little House on the Prairie, the Brady Bunch episode where the washing machine overflows. We could probably incorporate those into each show.
And the musical Buffy episode comes up a lot.
Tina throws her on the bed and fucks her, and she apparently learned to talk dirty from the heart doctor.
Nice. How come before and after every sexual act, the last thing they talk about or the first thing they talk about is Jody? Just forget about Jody. Enjoy your illicit sex. She's like, I don't want to hurt Jody. And then that's the last thing they say, and then they fuck like wild animals all over the house with stir fries flying everywhere. And then later they do it, and Bette's like, I love you. And then Tina's like, Jody would be devastated. Well, don't say that.
Why would you bring that up?
That's Bette's problem. Let Bette think that.
That is really weird. That's the last thing you want to be thinking about. Or talking about, even if you are thinking about it.
So apparently Vancouver's an armpit. Who knew?
I always thought it was somewhat nice there, but apparently I'm wrong. Douglas Copeland lives there. Must be alright.
Alright, I'll let you take over.
No, talk about the boots.
You take over.
Take over the boots.
I'm done.
Talk
I'm
about
not talking
the
anymore.
Talk about the boots.
Why?
Okay, I will. These boots were made for walking. What's up with those red boots?
They were pretty sweet.
You liked them?
Oh, yeah. I would totally wear red rubber boots and a yellow skirt.
No, you wouldn't ever. You don't take fashion risks.
I mean, I would if I had a wardrobe. I don't know.
Was that like...
They were cool.
This isn't L.A. anymore?
Yes.
Moist ground here. I need gigantic red rubber boots. That was silly.
Jenny lives in L.A. for 2 years, and all of a sudden she thinks...
It's the center of the universe?
Yeah.
That happens. Everybody knows Albuquerque, New Mexico is the center of the universe. So she's not happy about being in Vancouver. She wants to shoot in LA, so she throws her cell phone across the yard, and then she throws Adele's hat across the yard. It's silly, really.
That was a real Russell Crowe moment. Then there's a little, 5-second blip of Joyce and Phyllis. Joyce forces Phyllis to let her represent her in her divorce.
It's a little odd.
It's just a way for them to get back together, basically. Phyllis needs to party, fuck some girls, get it out of her system, and then she's going to get back with Joyce.
Why? She
'Cause
doesn't need her.
they're made for each other.
I disagree. Phyllis is into, the younger, more crazy lesbians.
I don't know. She said Alice was vanilla.
Compared to Joyce?
Joyce probably is kinky. She looks like she's into weird shit, like food and stuff.
What? She's old.
It's not like old people don't have kink. We didn't invent it.
Why does Phyllis want to take Leonard through the ringer?
Because it's a divorce.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything. She's the one that ended the relationship, and she's like, we're going to take him through the ringer. Because she's a lesbian, and now she's bitter.
That could be.
Jenny decides to take Adele shopping.
I don't know why she waited this long. From the first moment you saw Adele in the Planet, you knew there was going to be a makeover shopping thing.
Yeah.
And they put her in a blue 80s prom dress. Oh, it's lovely. The black dress, even though it looked like a homecoming dress from 1992, was very flattering on Adele.
Everything's flattering on her. She's got a hot bod underneath those mom jeans. She gets her makeup done, and instantly she looks completely different.
Suddenly she looked like my high school girlfriend.
She took her glasses off. That's what it was.
It was the apple cheeks.
Possibly.
And the full lips. And the big brown eyes. Her crazy eyes. Adele is bringing crazy back.
She's going to be crazy pants.
Oh my god, I know what's going to happen next week. Adele's going to have a little puppy. She's going to name it Bounder. Rounder.
It's going to be just like Jenny's dog, but rounder. It's starting to get very single white female. Then we see Tina's house for the first time, where she has the exact same refrigerator as Bette. Why do they have such cheap refrigerators? They're obviously well off. They have the $399.
Oh my god. You are such a lesbian. You
They
are
would not
such
have
a
them.
dyke.
Okay,
You're
first
noticing
of all,
that they were naked. They were naked ladies.
I know. Before that,
Their
though,
refrigerator.
they have, first of all, Bette
Really,
and Tina
Casey?
have the same refrigerator, except for Tina's has bite marks in it. It does. Right where the handle is, at that level, 2 big bite marks on the sides. And that is such a fake set. I'm sure that was not a kitchen. The entire 10 square feet kitchen area was IKEA. It's retarded.
I can't believe you're talking about the fucking
The
appliances.
reason why I'm talking
you
about
are
her
a
kitchen...
lesbian.
No, there's a reason. I'm not...
This is why,
yes, I'm a fucking lesbian.
This
but
is why,
reason,
the top 2 shows with lesbians are The L Word and This Old House.
The reason why I bring it up is because we are discussing the show and where we think it's going to go. I think that kitchen set was a clear indicator that Tina is not going to be living there long because nobody could. Her kitchen is made out of pressed cardboard and a $399 stainless steel refrigerator.
It looked like one of those apartments where divorced people live.
It was weird. It was clearly we need to make Tina's apartment. Is there a meeting room available we can set this up in?
I can see why when she goes to Bette's house, she's like, I used to live here.
I have the same refrigerator to remind me. They go back to Bette, where she's having a little bit of friction with Jody, and she tells her she needs to be alone. Which normally, if you're in a part of your relationship where you feel comfortable telling the person you need some alone time, that means you've come a long way, baby.
That usually doesn't happen till about year 6.
Until you both feel comfortable with it? Yeah.
But Jody's like, okay, I can go sculpt something.
Shane, Tina, and Alice are at the Planet, chilling with
Angelica,
playing with her toys.
Can I get that ringtone?
Oh.
You have a phone call. Oh my god.
They should sell that ringtone.
See, I would so buy that. Have you noticed that Olivia, the actress, is going through some phase where she only wants to whisper?
You think?
It must be really hard to work with her because, During the scene, she was like, Mama Bee, Mama Bee. She was just whispering.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the planet, at first she's like whispering, puppies, 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 puppies!
And then Shane leaps up on the chair. And Alice is like, those aren't friggin' puppies. They leap up onto the chairs, but they just leave the little girl down there. They're like, take her, she's small. You can carry her away. Those are some big-ass rats.
They were so clean. It looked like they were shampooed rats.
I can't believe they said puppies. That was your outro like 2 shows ago. Puppies.
Oh, that's right.
Copycat, mother rat bastards.
Whatever. They filmed this a year ago almost.
Well, how do you think the rats got to the planet? Do you think it was Dawn Denbo?
Of course.
She's gonna leave rats? That's stupid. That's ridiculous. So they're at war. Do you think that's why Kit got the gun?
No, she got the gun because she got robbed.
Maybe she's going to kill Dawn Denbo.
She should just tase her, bro.
She doesn't have a taser.
She can borrow Jenny and Max's.
And then Shane goes into Kit, and she's like, I have a theory
It could be bunnies.
about the rats.
About the puppies.
Then we go to Phyllis's party where they're playing some old school music and some old ladies getting naked.
I thought it was sweet. I hope when I'm that age I go to parties where a bunch of chicks take their shirts off.
I would have had a good time at that party. They all acted like they were too good to be there, but I would have had a totally fine time there.
I know, because we would have been the young ones. We would have gotten hit on. It'd be fun. I didn't realize that black bras are bad. I mean, not that that's all I wear, but I've got one or two.
Why are they bad?
Alice and Shane made it seem like only the oldsters wear a black bra.
Really?
Because, like, every old lady was wearing a black bra. Not old lady. These were just mature women.
They definitely were.
They were not old ladies. They were mature, at the peak of their power, wearing black bras, and I didn't.
50% of my bras are probably black. Does that mean I am pretty old.
Any party where there's a conga line, you know it's
Gay.
Why on the L word are the lesbians always forming a conga line?
That's how it is.
Really?
Yes.
Lesbians like conga line?
Watch, in June when those lesbians come here, Congo line down Central Avenue.
No, really? I've never.
I don't know.
I feel so deprived of
You've
conga
never?
in my life.
Ever.
Well, I never really hang out with a bunch of gay people.
On my birthday?
That wasn't a conga line, but you got some.
What was it?
The lap dances and conga are 2 different things.
No, I'm talking about 2 different things.
Oh my God, you're so red right now.
Well, I was like, all right, let's move on. Sybil Shepherd's real-life daughter comes in and she's like, Mother! As if. Who would do that?
It's just a little harmless fun.
Just some boobies flapping in the wind.
Really, that was a mental image I just didn't need.
Literally flapping.
I really could have.
She's going to do a, what's it called? A belly flop? She's going to do a booby flop. Bloom, bloom.
Did you see that video someone sent us of, they put some girls in the pool and fake ones sink and real ones float?
Nuh-uh.
That's what the video showed. They did a science experiment.
They put some girls in the pool, like this giant hand lifts them.
They politely asked some girls to get in the pool.
Which ones? Oh, the fake ones float.
No, the real ones float.
No.
The fake ones sink. Watch the video.
Mine don't float.
Yes, they do.
They do not float.
Are they fake?
No, clearly not. So Sybil Shepherd's daughter is really Sybil Shepherd's daughter on the show.
Yes.
She looks a lot like her.
What she means to say, listeners, is that Sybil Shepherd's real-life daughter is playing the character of Molly.
They know
who is
what
Phyllis's
I
daughter
mean.
on the show. Because they have the same face. That's how you can tell. The same exact face. Creepy.
A little bit clonish. Then we go to Tina's house again. Oh, wait. Tina and Bette are at the party, and Bette's like, let's get out of here.
Bette shows up at the party to grab Tina and leave.
I thought they were just going to go out for some wieners, but they were actually going back to Tina's house.
Go out for wieners? What the hell does that even mean?
Nothing.
I don't like it.
And once again, Tina asks her, you're in love with Jody, right?
She doesn't ask her. She says it as if it's a statement.
Well, it was a question mark at the end. You're in love with Jody, right? Is a question.
No, she said it like, you're in love with Jody, right?
Right?
Period.
Question mark. You're
Period.
no.
Full stop.
If it were a statement, it would be, it's right that you're in love with Jody.
But it's wrong. It's so wrong. Bette and Tina.
And she doesn't say no, but she basically says no.
What she says is, it doesn't really compare. That's pretty intense.
That's a tell-all statement.
I would like that to be said to me. I mean,
if I broke up with you and then we were thinking about getting back together.
I'm just saying, like, that's a pretty nice thing to say.
It's almost better than if she had just said, no, I'm not in love with... I mean, it is better. See, this proves my point that you can indeed be in love with two people at the same time, but it doesn't compare.
You've never said that. You've always said that you cannot be in love with two people.
When have I spoken on this topic ever?
When we got together and we were deciding if we were going to be monogamous or not.
You mean in real life?
Yes.
I thought you meant on the show.
You were like so...
I was a kid. I've grown and matured.
What are you saying? You've matured into a non-monogamous person?
No, I am monogamous, but I do believe you don't have to have sex with somebody to fall in love with them.
I think you're a little off the deep end here. You can't be in love with two people.
Sure you can.
You can be infatuated with two people.
Is in love with two people right now, but one doesn't compare to the other.
She's not in love with Jody. They don't even fit. There's no chemistry.
Okay, it's kind of like you're in love with, let's say, this is just an example, of course. You're in love with one person, and then you meet someone else, and your love for person A starts to go down as your love for person B goes up. But then when your love for person B is at its peak, just as you're realizing, oh no, this isn't really what I want, then your love for person A starts coming back up again, and then they don't compare. But you have been in, there was a point when the scale was equal. The point on the graph.
Person B was an infatuation.
No!
Being in love with someone doesn't stop. Who else are you in love with?
No one. Do you really think that you can't be?
Not after you're like 20.
There's an age limit to
Yes.
love. 20? You're not even old enough to drink yet. So you're saying you can only be in love with one person at a time?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the person. It's pretty selfish to be in love with more than one person.
I don't think you can control it. That's the whole point of love. It's uncontrollable. I don't think you can be in love with more than one person at a time.
What?
I don't think that you can.
Why did you just go through this whole thing?
I just wanted to play out the theory. But really?
You're such a piece of crap. What?
No, I really don't.
I'm totally like inside like, I can't believe she thinks this. Oh my god.
Are you kidding?
No, I was like getting scared. And
No, actually I don't think that you can.
Why did you say that then?
You might think, well, I don't know, seeing how it played out. Now I think I've debunked it. I think that you can think you're in love with someone else, and then you realize that that's not. That's what's happening with Bette and Tina. Like, she's in love with Tina. She's always been in love with Tina, but then she had these other feelings and shit going on, and she thought she was in love with someone else. But really, she's not. She's not in love with Jody.
I don't think so either.
Okay, we're in agreement then.
But why can Bette only be passionate when she's cheating? Why is Bette such a cheater?
People are cheaters.
That
2 out
is
of 3
a
lesbians
serial-
are cheaters.
Where'd this statistic come from?
True!
There's 2 here.
Think about the lesbians we've known. How many have been faithful?
0! Well, not 100% of the time. Nobody has been faithful 100% of the time in all relationships.
Oh.
Everybody's cheated.
Like, you're confessing now.
Everybody's cheated, but
not necessarily.
I feel like it's
You mean in every relationship?
No, every person at some point in their life.
Oh. I don't know.
I actually feel like it's part of a learning experience. Like, you do it, you feel like shit, and you realize, I'm not going to do that again. It sucked.
Or you realize that it's fun, and that's the kind of person you're going to be. A lot of people live their lives that way.
I guess.
No, you don't guess. You know it's true.
I know. This conversation is really disturbing. I don't like it. What I'm saying is, like, If Bette and Tina get together, how will Tina ever be able to trust her?
She won't.
Bette is at her best when she's cheating.
We got together when we were cheating. You hypocrite! Don't judge Bette and Tina.
That was a long time ago.
Maybe it'll take them 10 years.
I was a youngin'. Bette cheated on Tina.
Right.
Then Bette cheated with Tina. If they get back together,
I don't know.
Tina's
Maybe they're
never
not
going to be able to trust her.
Maybe they're not going to get back together.
They need to have an open relationship. That's the only way Bette and Tina can be successful as a couple.
Because if they have an open relationship, Bette's not going to want to cheat, because the whole thrill of cheating is that you're cheating.
And look how well the open relationship works for Dawn and lover Cindy.
Okay, back to the sex. They have sex again in Tina's prefab IKEA house, and we sort of see Jennifer Beals. We see the most of Jennifer Beals' boobs that we've ever seen.
That's true. Did you notice Laurel Holloman's hands were like clamped on there so hard, like it didn't even look pleasant at all, but it was just like, cover the nipples.
They drew an outline of where each finger was supposed to be placed, and then they put like some super glue on. All right. No nipple will be exposed in this scene. We will not be facing any lawsuits. Why doesn't she show her nipples? You know she's hot. You know she has nice tits.
Yeah, who cares? Are they that special?
They're
Are they made out of gold? They're just boobs.
This is why
Get
she
over
does
yourself.
it, so that we have to wonder what her nipples look like.
I don't wonder what her nipples.
I bet she has the kind of nipples that are erect at all times.
Don't say that word. I don't like that word.
Which one? Nipples or erect at times?
Don't say that word.
Whatever, erection nipples.
Ew.
Finally, it's morning. Well, it's like 4 a.m. Bette goes to leave and mouths the words, I love you. Just as Tina is saying, Jody would be so devastated if she found out about... What the fuck? Why not bring up anything? I hope we don't get attacked by terrorists today. Why are you bringing this up now? Is she trying to make her feel bad?
I don't know what Tina's angle is.
Apparently her preferred angle is sitting upright.
Facing each other.
Then we're on set in L.A. Jenny gets her way. She gets to film in L.A. Jenny clearly doesn't know her way around a set. She doesn't know anything about movie making. Adele's telling her all of the inside info. Clearly, they've drilled it into our heads that Adele's up to something. She knows everybody's secrets. What do you think's going to end up happening?
I haven't got a clue, but it had better be so crazy and good.
Well, they're setting it up.
Everything with Adele is so heavy-handed and obvious and over the top.
They're setting it up to look like Adele's going to ruin Jenny because she knows all of her secrets. She knows about the wardrobe thing. She knows all this stuff. But at the same time, she's infatuated with Jenny.
I feel like the whole thing with Jenny and Nikki sleeping together and Adele has to go run interference with William was to show us how easily and quickly Adele can come up with a lie on the spot. She has to run over to William and just think of something that will avert this disaster, and it's just like, bam, the perfect lie just comes to her. The whole point of that scene was, as if we didn't already know this, that Adele is awesome with a lie on the spot, which, to be honest, I kind of wish I had that ability. That seems like it'd be really useful.
What's the deal, though? She's got her haircut, her clothes, her gum,
the same exact boots that Jenny had been wearing earlier.
Probably are her boots.
She sniffed them first. Oh, Jenny Schechter.
So Nikki arrives late and sad. She's so sad until Jenny comes in and kisses her twice. And then she's happy, and then they fuck in the trailer.
Do you think Nikki left the mic on purpose? 'Cause
No.
I think she did.
No,
I'm 100% sure Nikki knew she was mic'd. And also, I thought it was so funny because, like, Nikki's obviously kind of a dumbass. Instead of being like, we made love, she's like, Jenny, we hooked up. Doesn't that mean something to you?
I did notice that Mr. Halsey is on the Tina Yothers diet.
Oh, yeah.
Tina Yothers only eats white food, and so does Mr. Halsey. He's like, I want an egg white omelet with white asparagus.
And mayonnaise.
Ew. And a marshmallow. Phyllis wants Bette and Jody to be a respectable, stable lesbian couple.
Hello, this is Bette and her partner. If you could hear italics and an underline and bold. That's what it would sound like, is her saying partner.
They're lesbians. Why does she have to show her daughter a stable, honest lesbian relationship that's about to fall apart? Shane can show her. Shane's gonna show her.
Whatever. Not every straight girl is gonna fall for Shane.
Shane is gonna show her
I bet
around.
She's gonna fall for Max. No, Shane can't have every girl in the world.
What the fuck? That's her deal.
But some girls don't like girls.
That's not true. Have you ever met one?
No, but
I really haven't. Think of like the straightest people we're friends with are no longer the straightest people we're friends with.
Married women listen to us and become lesbians.
I hope so.
You know,
I always see married women out in the daytime looking for some. They're always at Target. You can go to Target between like 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. They're like late 20s, early 30s moms looking for it.
They're bored. Milfaroni and cheese.
What? You are completely high on crack right now. What the fuck? Was this from giving blood yesterday? Has it not worn off?
I didn't know that giving blood made you high. I totally felt drunk.
You looked... Okay, well, when we went in there, you had rosy cheeks. And then you gave blood, you looked all happy, you're like, I'm doing good, I'm giving blood, hee hee hee. And I was watching you, and then you came and sat down, and the lady's like, are you feeling okay? And you're like, yeah, I feel fine. I handed you an apple juice and a cookie, and then 2 seconds later, you're like, I feel kind of weird. And your whole face turned like, it was kind of a yellow. And then she's like, we better take you and lie you down. So then they did that, and you're lying there. And then I looked over at you like 30 seconds later, and you were white as... You were like, you could see through your skin. And you did not look well. I'm like, it's a pint of blood. There's this other guy giving blood, and he's like, is your friend okay? Because he was facing the other way. And he's like, she's all right. She's skinny. That's why she did that. She'll be okay in a half an hour.
I felt so terrible. I was like, I couldn't stand up, and I was shaking, and I was all white, and all I could think was, he said I'm skinny!
He did.
Yeah, who are you to talk? You had to sit there. They wouldn't even let you give blood because you have all these tattoos and track marks on your arm. Or because you have low iron, one or the other, I forget which. It was worth it, because the reason that I ended up being forced to give blood on a Sunday will become apparent later.
It will?
The secret will be revealed. I traded something. I traded a pint of my own blood.
Yes.
To get something for the podcast for our lovely listeners.
We aren't normally the charitable type. We kind of are. But no, not that day. We were just going shopping, and the Bloodmobile was there, and
they had something
that we needed. And so we had to trade her blood for it. You'll find out more about that later on another episode of The Planet Podcast.
This is like our cliffhanger.
It's not that exciting. It's kind of funny. Because we literally went up to him, we're like, ooh, we need this. He's like, we need your pint of blood. And we're like, oh, fuck, that hurts. Have you ever cried on the podcast? Like Alice? Alice was crying on the podcast.
Poor Alice. Why does Alice have to cry so often?
So that you do that and feel like you want to hold her
I
and
do.
comfort her.
I totally just want to hug her. And as I hug her, my hands will slowly travel down. No, I just...
So Dawn Denbo poses as a neighbor and complains to the police because in Jenny's movie, lesbians are being portrayed as conniving, promiscuous sex fiends.
I don't see the problem.
I know, we are kind of conniving, promiscuous sex fiends. Well, you are.
Oh, please. And even when we're not conniving, promiscuous sex fiends, we enjoy watching other conniving, promiscuous sex fiends on TV.
Or gossiping about our friends who are conniving, promiscuous sex fiends.
Really, what do you want to watch on TV? A couple of lesbians cooking falafel and watching Star Trek together?
Or
no.
Everyone Loves Raymond?
You want to see? And then she says that to Tina, who at that very moment is totally being the most conniving, promiscuous sex fiend she's ever been in the whole series.
Well, Shane's right there, too, and she's a conniving, promiscuous sex fiend.
Not to mention Jenny, who's fucking the star of her movie, who is also, in a weird way, herself.
Not to mention Dawn Denbo's own girlfriend, Cindy, who is a conniving, promiscuous sex fiend. But they give her $5,000 anyway.
Alice.
Alice calls her a rat
You're
fuck.
a rat fuck.
I still want to call somebody that, but there's never going to be the instance. Where am I going to call somebody a rat? Oh, I know who. When we have the game night, I'm going to call her a rat fuck.
You can't.
It'd be funny!
She already thinks you hate her, and she'll be all offended.
Whatever.
All right, it's our mission this week to find someone that we dislike enough to call a rat fuck.
How about the mail carrier? She's new.
She's cute. I don't want to call her a rat
She
fuck.
is cute. Well, that'd be funnier. She'd just think we were crazy. We run out onto the porch right after she's dumped our mail. And I'll be like, hey, you crazy rat fuck! Stay off of my property!
No, don't offend the mail carrier. And then Shane's like, bye, Cindy.
This is when Shane does Adele's hair and she gets bangs. And Max asks her about the bangs, and she says it was Shane's idea. And Max is like, that's weird. And then he finds out that that was bullshit.
But nobody cares except for Max, for some reason.
Scenes from next week
Are my fucking dream.
Lesbian Turkish oil wrestling.
This is gonna be the greatest episode
Yeah.
since the dildo by the pool.
Because Jenny's in it, in the oil.
Are you fucking kidding me? Where do I sign up for lesbian Turkish oil wrestling?
Right
I don't
here.
know what the Turkish has to do with the oil wrestling, but I am there.
Don't
Let's
say
just
that.
right now. Right here. I've got some vegetable oil and
That's what we could put on the Pride float. We'll just get like one of those, like an inflatable baby pool.
oh yeah.
Filled with Turkish oil and bacon.
Bacon grease.
No, bacon. Not bacon grease.
Just pigs.
Bacon bits.
Just ham.
Bacos.
Just a big piece of
Ew.
ham.
And we'll just have one after the other.
You know how some people put cucumbers on their eyes at night? Casey puts ham on her eyes at night.
Ew. I hate
You
ham.
put Canadian bacon.
I really don't like ham. But I like the word ham. Hammy. Maybe I'll name my first child Hammy. I have a beef with the listeners.
I have an aunt named Hammy.
I have a ham with the listeners.
Oh yeah.
I have a pork. Ew. Pork is not a good word. Bacon and ham are good words, even though ham itself is ugh.
Chicharrones. Mmm.
The point is I have a beef with the porky listeners.
Oh yeah. What is your meat-based problem?
Have you been reading the MySpace messages lately?
No.
2 people! Okay, once we mentioned on a podcast recently that we may reproduce. They assume that you're going to carry the child. What does that say about me? Am I not motherly, goddammit?
I know. Everybody knows you have the bigger boobs. My child would be thinner than Shane. It'd be like
It's not based on the boob size. I think they're saying, like, you seem like the more feminine one, which you are. I guess I've just
you're the
disproved
total girly girl.
I am not.
I'm me. Just because you know how to fix things doesn't mean that you can't poop out a baby.
I'm not pulling out. Why do they think you're going to do it?
We
I
can't
have
have
a
a
real
baby.
job.
We're conniving, promiscuous sex fiends. I wouldn't be offended by that.
Why do they think you're going to have
They
the
don't
baby?
think that you're like a breeding cow.
Moo. Moo?
I can't believe you just want to come out and talk about that like that.
Well, I'm not
That's
talking
pretty
about
personal.
anything. I'm not talking about anything. It's a hypothetical situation, and they're assuming that if this were to happen... All right, we'll cut it out.
No, you don't have to cut it out. I'm just surprised that you are willing to go there.
I haven't gone anywhere. I'm just saying, they've gone there. They're like, oh, I wonder what it's going to be like for Elka to hold a baby. I'm like, how do you know it's going to be Elka? I'm not saying
Not
it's
gonna
not
be
going to
me,
be.
honey.
Yes, it is.
It's totally going to be you.
Yeah, but eventually it'll be you.
Turkish oil wrestling. I cannot wait till Sunday. Usually I'm like, oh, good, the L word's on soon. But this week I'm like, bring it on. It's on. The oil wrestling. This is my dream come true.
What a fun job. I want that job.
Like to be
Mia Kirshner or whoever's getting to touch her in oil. Oh my.
I hope it's warm oil.
Mia Kirshner's going to be in Vogue next month.
On the cover?
I'm not sure. I think it's a spread.
Oh, really? Don't talk like Tina. Theplanetcast.blogspot.com.
Visit our forum at theplanetcast.proboards106.com or our MySpace page, or you can email us, theplanetcast@gmail.com.
And the listener hotline is 206-203-3552.
Or if you're international, it's 0011-1206-203-3552.
Is it that way from every country to call us?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know.
I know you don't know because a whole bunch of people accidentally called Russia because you gave the wrong country code last time.
Shit.
Adios, amigas.
Remember to have your unicorn spayed or neutered.
Ham!
And chicharrones.
Ooh.
My
I don't
favorite
like
pig
pork.
product.
That is not. Bacon's your favorite.
Bacon's your favorite. I like me some chicharrones. I wish I could say them properly. Chicharrones.
More than bacon? Don't even try it. You know bacon is the best food ever.
Do you like melones?
You're what?